going to mangle you green slime balls.
There's rabbits with bigger penises than mine.
What?
What?
The hell's that even?
I don't know what that means, but welcome to the podcast.
Is that a damn intro?
That was the intro.
That was a damn intro.
It was a pathetic attempted
intro. I don't know where you were going with that, but all right.
I don't know. This is what happened when Tom's not here to direct us.
There's no rhyme or reason. We
Adam just starts talking about his penis.
Yeah.
Usually that's my job, so. Hi, welcome to the One Up Cup podcast, or whatever the fuck we call it now.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about, you know, what... All right.
I got it. And this is a topic that I'm not familiar with, but like I just thought of it now because I saw something about it last night. Mm-hmm. Well, do we go into what we're doing first and then what we've been up to
we can do that.
Yeah, okay.
Why don't
Adam.
Okay, Adam, start.
Oh, I'm doing it. All right, so what am I doing? What am I watching? Watching season 3 of Santa Clarita Diet.
Shit, I forgot that even started.
Ooh, it's good. It's hilarious. I love that show so much.
The owner of the shop said he watched like the first 2 episodes and he said it was really good so far. So
Not watched it. Not sure I have any interest.
What?
You do, because it's Drew Barrymore as a zombie.
How do you, I don't like Drew Barrymore as you think,
and your
as
brother
much as
don't
you think.
like Drew Barrymore.
You know why? Because my father instilled a deep hatred in Drew Barrymore in us.
This is the okay. I don't fucking understand this. I'm gonna fucking go off right now. That is fucking terrible. The fact that Tom doesn't like fucking meatloaf is another goddamn travesty.
Wait, the artist or
food,
actual food? Okay.
Okay, so
because his mom doesn't know how to cook meatloaf right, so that's why he hates meatloaf.
I mean, I don't love it, but I don't go out of my way to eat it.
It's fucking great. But anyway, Santa Clarita, whatever.
Yeah, it's goddamn delightful. So that's what I'm watching currently. I'm playing Sekiro.
Oh, that really fucking easy ass game. I'm
flying right through it.
They just hold your hand at that game and makes it really easy.
Easy as fuck.
I feel like someone just put it on easy mode and I'm just plowing.
You need to find the difficulty setting. I know. Yeah. I've seen people ask about that.
Yeah, it's fuck. Is it hard? It is. It is a great time, but holy shit!
It's mainly like Dark Souls is all about like your build and your like timing and remembering patterns and shit like that, and like Bloodborne was like all about attacking and like just beefing your guy up with no defense, just attacks and magics and shit. And this is just all parrying, blocking, right?
It's basically parrying the game.
Yeah.
Well, you have to be really good at parrying, and you have to stealth kill when you can, and when you get into attack, you have to get your ass in there. It's not like Dark Souls where you're like, all right, I'm going to strafe around, I'm going to take my time. No, you get your ass in there and you kill that fucking dog. You find that fucking dog.
You kill that giant chicken monster.
But it's mainly like, I don't know what I was going to say.
It reminds me, there's an arcade style beat 'em up that came out like a year ago that I downloaded. I played
Bushido
for
Blade.
a few. No, it's called Way of the Passive Fist, and the setup is you're on this like hostile, like sun-beaten planet.
Yeah, it's like a parry style beat 'em up.
And instead of actually attacking, you have to parry and then like build up a meter to then counter enemies.
Right.
So
Adam?
it was fun. But yeah. Anyway, go on.
Yeah, Adam got to finish.
I mean, that's all I got. That's all I got for that game.
Kidding.
I'm that's consuming my life. Very busy with editing. Since Tom's not been around lately, if you haven't noticed in our videos, Tom's very busy, and I've been helping him with videos with that.
It's been the Tom deletion arc that we've been through right now.
Yeah, right.
Deletion.
You're just slowly phasing him out of existence. Doing that, doing videos for the channel, and then I got the whole music thing that I do.
You watched Us?
I did. I saw Us.
We can't talk about it.
We can't talk
Bert
about
hasn't
it.
seen it, but it's
Sorry.
a great movie.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I need to go see it
Maybe if
again.
someone would invite me to go see movies with them.
Maybe if I knew you had Triscuit crackers in the car, I could have enjoyed them with you, Carl. All right, that's all I got. Someone go next. I'm if you don't hear me talk, I'm trying to hack Ando's Super Nintendo Classic.
Is it really that difficult?
No, I just don't remember how I did it last time, but I'm halfway there. I just don't remember how to get the functionality.
He's trying to talk and do it at the same time.
This is the podcast where we just watch Adam mod my
We're not trying
SNES
to
Classic.
add any games. We're not being an asshole. We just want to be able to go back to the menu and
Just super lazy about it.
Yeah.
This is Mod World Live. That's what this is.
That's it.
No, if it was, it would be hours of us being frustrated on why the mod doesn't work.
Oh, why is this not working?
Why is
there no textures?
Why does this Doom mod not want to run? But yeah.
All right, you go, Ando.
Okay. Watching as of this recording, I'm going to be super depressed tomorrow because my favorite show is ending. You're the Worst. Its final episode is tomorrow. As of the recording of this, obviously by then.
That's on Hulu, right?
No, it's on it's a FX show.
Oh, okay. I saw it on Hulu. That's why I thought it was a Hulu exclusive.
Well, I think they have a deal with FX where like a lot of their shows are on there.
Yeah, I put it on my queue recently. So
that is a show I really fucking love that show. The premise of it is that this British writer lives in like Los Angeles and he meets this girl at his ex's wedding and they hook up. And the whole first season is like them like dating and like she ends up being like batshit insane. Like she has like this like personality. She's like bipolar and bullshit. Like she goes through all this bullshit in the show that's like really fucked up. But that is a show that if they would have had one season of, I've been perfectly fine with the way the first season ended. Because it was like the first season ends with the last episode of the first season. He asks her to move in with him. Like that. Thanks, Adam. He did it.
I figured it out. If anybody wants to, hold on. Before we go, I'm documenting this because if I ever have to come back and do this shit. All right, so you download HackChi. All right, this is the CE edition version 3.5.2.
How do you spell HackChi?
HAKCHI. All right. So what you do is you download this app. Okay. You plug in your Super Nintendo. If you click synchronize selected games at the bottom, it'll say, have you initiated you have dumped the kernel from the original Super Nintendo?
Sanders?
Yes, Colonel Sanders. You dump the kernel, and it'll say, oh, you didn't select any games to synchronize, so it failed. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Reboot the Super Nintendo Classic. Turn it back on. Go back up. Turn it when you come back on. Go to the modules setting. Install extra modules, and it's called the CloverCon hack. And that adds the ability, so when you're in a game, you can hold select and down at the same time, and it will reboot you back to the main menu, because why the fuck wasn't that in there in the first place?
Is that the same process for the Nintendo one?
The exact same process. So,
okay.
There we go.
Alrighty.
Done.
Yeah. So like the final episode is that he asks her to move in with him, and the final episode of the first season is like they're moving. He's helping her move her shit into his apartment or whatever. And there's like this final shot of like both of them, like they're like one's inside the apartment, one's standing outside, I think, or whatever. And they're like talking to themselves and they're like, oh, we're moving in or whatever. And it's like they're talking about it to like themselves or like another like supporting character or whatever. But it's like a split shot, like half is him and half is her. And like they like you could see that it hit them that they're moving in together, and they're like, it's like the Arrested Development. I've made a terrible decision.
Yeah, I've
look
made
on
a
their
terrible
face.
mistake. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like they have this like look on their face. It's like, oh shit. Like he's like, oh shit, this crazy bitch is moving in with me, or like like that.
Yeah.
It's like holy shit. And that's such a great final shot that could have been the final episode, because literally the theme song to that show is I'm going to leave you anyway. Like that's the line. That's the name of the song is I'm going to leave you anyway. And this final season, spoilers, the final season is he asks her to marry him. And like in the final season, like at the beginning of every episode of the final season, there's a shot of them. There's like a quick scene of like them like years later, and they're clearly not together. So I'm like waiting for this final season to end with them not even getting married, because the way that the way all the like the first scenes in each episode is framed is like they're not together anymore. I'm like, oh, this sucks.
Yeah.
It's such a great fucking show.
You know what else has a great final scene to the final episode of the first season and could have ended there is Eastbound and Down.
Oh yeah, all those seasons could have ended.
Oh my god.
Every season could have ended.
The final episode of Eastbound and Down almost broke me.
Yeah. No,
It
it's
is
fucked.
oh my god, it is perfect in its depressing, horrible sadness.
Yeah.
Oh my god. But
Yeah, no. Other than that, we completely watched all of the first season of Russian Doll
Oh yeah, you
in
did.
like a weekend or so. That's a show to watch. That show is fucking great. I described it to, I think, Bird or Adam last time we talked about it, was that it's literally, if you haven't watched it, it's on Netflix. It's Groundhog's Day, and towards the end it feels like 50 First Dates in a way. I don't really know how to describe that, but
It's kind of close.
Adam,
Yeah.
it's good. So yeah, that's what I've been watching. Shows are ending, so I'm not going to have much to watch. Oh, I've been because I've never watched it before. I just started watching Curb Your Enthusiasm on Amazon.
Fuck. Yeah, that's a good show.
I'm on like the final episode of the first season.
Yeah.
I really like that
never
show.
got into,
It's
but
It's a great show.
It's a great show. I can only take so much of it before I'm like, I need to chill. For
I
a
literally
second.
I can only watch like 2 episodes.
yeah,
in a
it's one of
sitting
those I couldn't
because
I
it's so
couldn't-
fucking awkward. Like that one episode, the one episode I watched where it was him, he's going to a friend's house, like his what the hell is his name? Bob Odenkirk.
Yeah.
He's going to hit, like, Bob Odenkirk's character invited him to dinner at his place, and Bob Odenkirk's character is a former porn star. So it's so fucking weird. Like that whole episode was great. It was like one of the most recent ones I watched. Playing, I finished Devil May Cry 5. Trying to decide if I want to continue with another story playthrough of Resident Evil 2, because I didn't do Leon. I'm playing Pokemon Crystal still, and I'm at the part where everyone quits. I'm at the casual filter of Pokemon Crystal. I'm fighting Trainer Whitney and her stupid Miltank. Do you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes. That's what made me stop
literally-
playing it.
It's literally
That's absolutely what made me stop playing
it's
it.
the third gym in the game where this
I remember
trainer,
that.
she has, her team is only a Jigglypuff and then a Miltank, and a Miltank is a cow. And the only move it uses is rollout, and what it does is that every time it uses it, if it connects, it doubles the attack power. So if it's at 30, then it's at 60, then it's at 90, then it's at, it just, yeah. So and it's normal type, so the only thing that it's like weak against is like fighting, or if you have a ghost Pokemon, and I have neither one of those, so I'm fucked.
There's gotta be a trick to that.
The problem with milk tanks is they also have super high HP.
Yeah, and
They have really high HP, and they have a move where they can basically
they can
give
heal.
themselves a healing potion.
I have Togepi, which has Metronome, which I could probably use, but it's risky.
Yeah.
But that's about it. Oh, Us. Yeah. I saw too. It's great. Another movie I will not suggest anyone watch. The Treehouse. It's on Hulu. There's a series that they're doing where it's called Into the Dark, where each movie is based off a holiday or like a certain event in a year.
Okay.
So like they did Puka. This is on Amazon. It was Puka. No, Hulu, I mean. Like there was one for New Year's Eve. It was called New Year's New Me. Puka, that was the Christmas one. There's a one that was a ripoff of Devil, the movie, the Shamalama Ding Dong movie, Devil.
Oh yeah.
Where it's the group of people trapped in an elevator on Valentine's Day. And then the Treehouse is this one. It's for Ides of March, which makes no sense. because it's about witches.
What's the fucking holiday rides in March?
It's this guy goes to an old house, his parents' house, is looking after his parents' house for like a weekend or something, and then witches attack him, who apparently aren't witches, for another thing, and it's called Treehouse, and the treehouse is only referenced twice in the movie.
Oh, so it's like
Troll 2. They show it.
They're all goblins.
They show it once, and then they reference it at the end of the movie on what actually happened in the treehouse, which isn't even like horror themed. Like it's just something that happened there, and it was fucked up. But it was like, okay, and that was it. One of the McPoyles is in it from It's Always Sunny.
What's his name? It's Jesse Simpson. Is I think is the one you're talking about. Probably.
I don't.
He was on Psych.
I don't
for a
know
while.
their actual real names. I just know them as McPoyles. The new one that just came out was called I'm Just Fucking With You, and that's apparently based off of, April Fool's Day. I haven't watched it yet. I heard it's kind of shitty, so I don't. I was like, because the guy I work with watched it, and I was like, "Is it better than Treehouse?" He's like, "It's better than Treehouse, but it's still not good." I'm like, "Oh, that's great. That's a good way to describe it."
And these are like short films. Basically?
No, they're like full-length movies.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, they're not
That
great.
sucks when you got to spend that much time for something that's shit.
Yeah, and there's 12 of. There's going to be 12 of them.
Yeah,
one
that's
for
a
each
lot.
month.
That's a lot of investment.
A lot
for
of
me.
shit movies.
Cool idea, but not executed.
They're not good. No.
Yeah.
All right, Bert, what do you got?
So I haven't been watching much. I watched the newest OSW reviews because they put out the one for Royal Rumble 19, which makes me want to start watching wrestling again. Only because
Oh, that's the topic I was going to talk about.
Oh,
Was
was it
WrestleMania. Yeah.
because like the women's division is actually like legitimately good because you've got like Becky Lynch and you've got like Charlotte Flair and you've got Ronda Rousey and they're all fighting at WrestleMania coming up. I don't know when this comes out, but it'll be this Sunday as far as this recording. So yeah, so that I watched that and I've been watching Botchamania again. So I downloaded Vimeo on my Roku so I can watch that. So I just go in like, okay, I'm gonna like all these Botchamania videos and all these OSWs. So I just watch them on there because with OSW, if it's on YouTube, they have to like make it a smaller screen and put a bunch of text so it doesn't get copyright striked. Yeah,
that's
because it's all
stupid.
sorts of shit. So that's about all I've been watching. I've been meaning to go see Captain Marvel and haven't done it.
Don't try getting tickets to Endgame.
I'm not even gonna try yet.
A guy,
yeah.
another coworker, he tried buying tickets online. It was like first row, right up against the screen. He's like, "I'll fucking wait."
Yeah,
He's like-
exactly.
like literally, like the one website crashed because of it.
Jesus. As far as playing, the PS4 re-release of Trails of Cold Steel came out. I've been playing that. You can transfer your save, and I was almost at the end of the game when I played it on PS3, but I had missed a bunch of stuff in my playthrough, and I didn't remember what was going on, so I just kind of went back and started all over again. So I'm right. Storyline. I'll do this real quick. You're in a school. You're in a special class. You do these like these training. You go like field studies. So you go to like different areas of like the country in the game. And
You're playing Final Fantasy VIII.
kind of.
Every other.
Um,
set in this.
Yeah, it's the best way to put it is the game is kind of like Persona, where you're like in a school, but twisted. I ruined the twist for myself at the end, but spoiler alert twist, there's a mech hidden under the school and there's a giant mech fight at the end of the game. Yeah.
Well,
So not that anyone
Bird
cares.
spoils
so-
a game for himself. That's a shocking twist.
Yeah, hell yeah. So I'm like right at the first town that you go to in your first field study. I've also been playing.
Did Quistis help you beat Ifrit?
What's that?
Did Quistis help you beat Ifrit?
Yes, I get that reference. No, I don't. I also have been playing a lot of Warriors Orochi 4, which is like the crossover between Dynasty Warriors and Samurai Warriors, and that one has like crazy Greek gods and stuff in it. So I've been playing a lot of that too. I was also trying to finish Far Cry New Dawn and got to the last boss and just like couldn't beat him from where I was at. I didn't have high enough guns, so I gave up on that for a while. Might go back. And I started. There's a game that I downloaded for the Switch. It's put out by the same people who did like Shape-Shifting Detective and all that stuff that I've talked about, that I gush about every time I bring it up. But it's basically an interactive movie. It's called Late Shift, where you're in, I assume, like London, and you're basically like a security guard in like a parking garage, like an underground parking garage.
Oh, I've seen that.
And like someone tries to steal the car. What's that?
Parking garage simulator.
You basically get like kidnapped and have to like help in a bank heist.
Oh.
Or not, like you're basically have to steal this thing and then you get roped into it. And I got about probably like an hour and a half into it. I don't think it's too long. So
no, it's not, and that's what I don't like about games like that, because they're like usually short.
I'd like
and
to.
Sometimes they're like, there's not many other options.
Yeah, it's from what I think I looked at the achievement list on like the PS like 4 version, and there's like 7 or 8 different endings. So if you want to, it might be a good idea for a video at some point. But I'm gonna sit down and beat it probably today or tomorrow, tonight or tomorrow or something. So other than that, I haven't been doing much. Yeah. Other than that, I'm going to go, me and my dad are going for a hike at, up in up near Donegal tomorrow. So after I go home from here, I'm going to go to sleep and then get up at 7 o'clock in the morning and go on a nice hike. So
That sounds like a good time.
it shall be.
Your father is a delight.
He is. I've been helping, my dad and I have been helping Tom record shows and stuff, and he was talking about the day that he was filming with you, and he's like, he texts him like, he's like, I don't know where to go in, and he's like, don't worry, Adam, I'll help you through this.
So I went to the school, and Tom's like, he's like, I don't have service when I'm there, but just go into the back, go through the double doors, and you'll see like the auditorium, and that's where I'm at. So I get there, and I'm kind of sitting there. I'm like, all right, I think I'm at the right school. I'm 99% sure. So I'm sitting there. I'm like, shit. I tried calling Tom a couple times. I'm like, well, he doesn't have service. Like, I hope this, I was kind of like getting nervous, and I keep looking over. I'm like, there's a whole bunch of people. I'm going to walk into this school, and they're just going to tackle me because I'm a 30-year-old man walking into a school with a bunch of teenagers. This is not
Look at this pedo.
Not a good combination. So I called George, and I said, George, I think I'm here. Are you here? He goes, I'll be right around the corner. I said, I would go in by myself, but there's a bunch of teenagers, and I can't. He goes, I will protect you.
Yeah, so we did that. So I helped last week and the week before. So I got to see Newsies and Little Mermaid. Oh, and I saw what was the other one? Sound of Music.
I did the Sound of Music.
Sound of Music was actually really well done.
Were awesome.
My only problem with Sound of Music is it's like 2 hours long.
It's long.
And they took like 45 minutes to sit everyone because it was packed.
Yeah.
And my anxiety was just through the roof that whole show.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Plus the night we were filming, that George and I were filming, there was a guy near my dad that was just coughing like he was about to die the whole first act. Yeah. Like he sounded like a mud monster that was like dying of cancer. It was fucking gross. So that's about all I've been doing other than working and helping Tom. So
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's what we're doing.
I mean,
That's what we're watching. That's what we're playing. What's our topic this week?
I don't really. I mean, it's not really much of a topic, but you brought up WrestleMania, and there was a thing on John Oliver last night about how shitty wrestling, like how shitty Vince McMahon is of a person.
Oh yeah, he's a horrible fucking
It was
asshole.
shit I didn't know about. Like, how fucked up the whole wrestling like community can be. Like they had, what was it? They did. He posted the thing about CM Punk where, like, he had like a concussion, and they're like, "Well, can you go to London?" And he's like, I got a concussion.
He's
and
like,
the doctor's
fuck you, but I'll go to
he's
London.
like, yeah, fuck, I guess I'm gonna go to London. And they like overdosed him on like Z-Packs, and he was just like, what the fuck am I doing here?
And he shit himself
yeah,
during a
he
match.
shit himself like every time he was out.
This is a couple of years ago. It was before CM Punk left.
You CM Punk, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why I couldn't think of his name. I just said it. But yeah, it was just like crazy shit. Like, I've read stories like the fucking Mankind book.
Yeah.
There's some fucked up stuff in there, but I mean, it was Mankind.
McMahon was also like this. One of the things he didn't say is he is one of the type of people that, like, if you get on his bad side for any fucking reason, or he just doesn't like you, he's not going to push you, and he will literally fire. Especially back in like the 80s and the 90s.
Oh yeah,
he would fire you over fucking nothing, and
People
then his storyline would just be dead.
Yeah,
you'd be fucking
storylines would go nowhere.
You'd be
Characters
top
would just be
dog
gone.
1 minute, and the next thing your storyline would be gone because he would fire you over something stupid.
Yeah.
Like I think Bret Hart one time got fired.
Well,
over
they did a
something.
thing. He showed this like interview with Bret Hart.
Oh my god, the Bret Hart thing. Bret Hart fucking hates him.
If anyone doesn't know, Bret Hart got screwed pretty hard in fucking wrestling.
So wasn't that the Shawn Michaels match? Something happened. Like he was supposed to
There's
win.
something screwed. The
Screw
Montreal
job.
screw
Montreal
job.
screw job. Yeah.
Yeah, because he was originally supposed to win, and then they changed it like literally right before the match.
Right.
And he
And- 'cause
fucking
it was
spit
supposed
the
to win
biggest fucking loogie on fucking Vince McMahon's face. Is it
yeah.
Vince McMahon he spits on?
Yeah,
They're like
think so.
calling him away, and he fucking like just the grossest, thickest fucking boogery loogie I've ever seen on someone.
And probably like a year before CM Punk left, there was that whole thing where he did the shoot.
Oh,
where
yeah.
he was about to come out for a match or like something, and he sits down and starts talking about all this insider shit. And
Yeah.
part of that was kind of kayfabe, where like he like, but a lot of that was like fucking true grievances that he had.
Yeah.
And they let him go on for a few minutes, so they finally I remember watching that the night it happened.
Yeah.
They cut it early, like by like 2 or 3 minutes.
I just didn't like I had an idea that it was fucked up, but like I
they're
didn't know it was this
technically
bad.
like independent contractors.
Oh yeah,
but-
that was a big like that was another.
But so they don't get
factor.
health care, but
No.
they say in like their mission statement that they're nothing without their talent, but
Yeah.
their talent is not technically
on the
employees.
website. You go
So
to the
they're-
website. That's what it says.
Yeah,
we are
it's-
nothing
it's
without our
fucked.
wrestlers.
So so one of the things he said was like, "Oh, I'm not saying you should chant stuff like independent contractors or make signs." And like Matthew, the guy who does Botchamania, said, I don't know that that's the best idea, because I'm not sure, I'm not sure that those people aren't going to get kicked out, or it's going to be an open air arena. You're barely going to be able to hear chants and stuff like that. So.
There's just in the John Oliver bit, he's talking about the whole healthcare thing, and he's going on about like how, yeah, they don't like. He just doesn't care. Like, it's not that he doesn't care, but it's like the way that it's set up is you don't get healthcare, you're kind of fucked. You have to do whatever. And there's like an interview where Vince McMahon says he pretty much doesn't care. And less of a extent of words, it was just like the interviewer was like, "Well, do you feel bad or anything whenever
And
a
he's
wrestler
like, well,
dies?"
why don't you feel bad or something like
Yeah.
that? And he fucking knocks the papers out of his hand. Like he's about to stand up and fight this fucking guy.
In that clip, he's like, okay, so he doesn't care about healthcare. Here's Vince McMahon getting some premium healthcare, and it's a clip of Stone Cold beating him up. In like whenever he's lied up in a hospital bed and then it knocks him out with a bedpan.
He's got like a cast
punched him
on
in
his
the
leg. And
foot.
he's like punching it, and he hits him with a metal bedpan and stuff.
But
ridiculous.
I just there's so much bullshit with wrestling that I was not aware of till just recently.
Yeah, and I said I wanted to get the network possibly, because like some of that stuff is interesting. But you're right, that's a big like.
I want to watch like
wring my neck type of thing.
Yeah.
I want to get it just for like Attitude Era wrestling
Oh
bullshit.
yeah,
Like
That's
I want to
when I
watch
watched
old shit. Like I want to watch like 80s and 90s
I would
bullshit
go back
wrestling
and like
'cause I fucking
specifically
love that.
watch all the stuff that was like filmed in Pittsburgh, like the fucking Mankind versus Taker match, the Hell in a Cell.
I was there for that one.
Where he fucking
I actually saw that live.
where Taker threw him off the fucking.
And his tooth was in his
His tooth came out of his nose. Yeah, because I think Dom was there with his dad. Our friend Dom was there.
That was around the time we went to a bunch of events, and that was like that was like the big event I ever seen.
I met Mankind as a kid.
He's fucking great.
Yeah,
he's a fucking
tall as shit. And it was not even. I was at this like his playpen place in Monroeville, I think it was. I forget whose like birthday party it was, but there was like multiple birthday parties.
Were you at Qzar?
I think
the laser tag place?
It wasn't Qzar because I remember being there, but it was like there was like ball pits.
And so this was okay. When you said that, I thought it was like, was this at someone's house?
No. and we're running through there, and I look up, and I'm like, I go, you're Mankind. He goes, hey bud, and I'm like, oh shit, I just ran the other way. I'm like, dude, you're like 7 feet tall. Because on TV he's the short one.
Yeah.
No, Mick Foley is a big motherfucker.
I never had any run-ins. Well, no, I lie. I say that. I'm like, I never had any real run-ins with like a wrestler, but we had a local wrestler have a pizza shop down the street from me that would deliver us pizza, and he was on WWF, T-Rantula.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He owned a pizza shop down the street from me. So like him and his wife Black Widow
Oh my god.
would like deliver us pizza like all the fucking time.
And Bruno Sammartino from like the 70s is from around here. And my mom was just talking about this. Her grandmother, my great grandmother, and my grandfather were both really big into wrestling. And they took apparently one time she was like in her 60s or something, and they took her down to the Civic Arena one time when WWF came or whatever it was at the time.
Yeah.
And apparently she was so fucking excited to go see wrestling that she put on 2 different shoes. One of them was like a tennis shoe, and then one of them was like a dress-up shoe.
Oh, God.
But she was so excited. And she said, "There's my grandmother screaming and swearing in Slovak, and then fucking wrestlers." She was so fucking excited to go see it.
That's awesome.
And Tom's probably said this before, but we used to walk down the driveway on Monday nights to watch Raw, and would go down because we didn't have cable because. For the longest time, like they said, we couldn't get it at the farm, even though there was a line that almost came right up to our house.
Oh, that's the bullshit. My parents would say that too. Some stuff like that. Oh, we couldn't. Something wrong with our area.
So my grandparents had it, so we would walk down and watch wrestling. And he was like, "Oh, fuck you, jack off." He was fucking pissed. It was great. Think, oh man,
kind of the similar thing. My aunt, like. She was always trying, like, I don't fucking care. I'm telling this story. My aunt would like try desperately to try to hook up anytime they were in town with the Rock and Roll Express. She had a thing for the Rock and Roll Express. So like anytime they were in town, she tried to go to an event. I'm like, are you going to be a Rock and Roll Express groupie here? Like, what is this? And they were here recently, like for Brawl Under the Bridge in Homestead.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And like she couldn't make it. So my cousin kept sending her pictures of them wrestling. And she's like,
I remember when that was here too. Yeah. I remember when that
she
was
like lost her mind. She couldn't make it to Homestead that day. She was all pissed off.
That's too
So he was like teasing
funny.
her by sending her pictures of them.
It's too funny.
But yeah, I was like, it was the weirdest time. Like, I never really caught on till like when we were like teenagers. My cousin was like, "Yeah, she really fucking loves Rock and Roll Express." I'm like, "Was it their fucking mullets? What is it that what fucking did it? I don't know."
All right, what was your favorite wrestler as a kid? Go.
Big Boss Man. I was big. I wanted to be a cop when I was a kid, and that was like my favorite gimmick as a time. Big Boss Man, and then I think I was really into Razor Ramon for a while too.
Yeah, Razor's pretty cool.
Mine is a toss-up between Jake the Snake Roberts and Hulk Hogan.
All right, so yours is a little older.
They were talking about during the John Oliver bit that Jake the Snake needed surgery, so he put up a thing. He needed like $9,000 for a GoFundMe. Yeah. He got $7,000 in a night. Just from the fans, and that's why John Oliver's point was like, you know, even though the WWE doesn't care about these guys once they're gone, like clearly the fans do, and like that's a big thing now where it's, you know, oh, I need surgery, GoFundMe. Like they did that with, who was it? Someone needed like
Roddy Piper. I think
Roddy Piper needed surgery. He died a few years
at 61,
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was someone needed a hip. Was it Razor Ramon or
I
someone?
think it was Razor Ramon.
Yeah, but there's been a bunch of guys now that like, oh, I need surgery, like put it up on GoFundMe and they get funded. So
All right. I love Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels is great.
He was my boy. I also had a thing for Kane and Undertaker. I like that whole feud thing.
Yeah.
It was a little edgelordy. I get it.
I hated it though because it was always like Kane's so disfigured, and then he takes his mask off.
Right,
and
he's just like
he just has contacts.
I remember they had a
He just has fucked up contacts. He's bald.
They made the toy like the wrestling figures of Kane, and it was supposed to be one that his mask came off.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always wanted to see what it looked like underneath. And remember, my cousin always like he never fucking had it, but he always said he did.
he would like taunt you with it. Yeah.
Had a friend who was like, "I got the Kane figure," and you're like, "Fuck you, no, you don't." Then show me. What does he look like? Well, I don't have it with me.
Oh, it's like oh, I have a girlfriend, but she lives in Canada. Kind of thing.
Exactly.
That kind of thing.
I know the code to get Laura Cross to take off her clothes. Well, what is it? I don't remember it.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck off. You don't know that shit.
But my uncle works in Nintendo. He knows.
My dad works for me.
My dad works at PlayStation.
Yeah, I don't get that whole Kane thing. It was weird because it was just like
It was supposed to be like
It was
a
bizarre.
mystery thing.
Yeah.
Like, what are they gonna do?
And I think what Tom would probably say, Macho Man.
Probably. He's got a lot.
I could see him saying
He's
Macho.
got a lot of. We've both got a lot of boys. Like one of his boys, which, by the way, if you don't know, the definition of a boy is a guy who's like mid card or never really got a title shot, but is still like one of your favorites.
Yeah.
So like D'Lo Brown or like Spike Dudley or Hardcore Holly.
Yeah.
Adam Davies' boy is Hardcore Holly. He loves some fucking Hardcore
I
Holly.
have to admit, I had a thing for Chris Benoit. Then I'm like,
Chris Benoit had a couple title shots. He's not quite a boy.
and then he killed his family.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was something that I thought that they were going to bring that up, but they did not bring that up during the. But they talk a lot about how like a lot of these wrestlers die really young.
Yeah,
You know.
body takes a toll, and all the
Yeah.
steroids are taken and shit.
Now to take it a creepier turn.
Okay.
Who's your favorite diva?
Ooh, I like Sable growing up. Now?
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Sable's fine now.
No, I'm not judging you on that one.
Tom had a Lita poster.
I was gonna say. I was
Tom
just gonna
had a
say.
Lita poster in his room at the farm for years, and he said he every time he had a girlfriend, they hated that fucking poster. They hate it because it's like she's in her bikini and shit. Mine was probably Lita, and that's probably like a big one that everyone would say.
I was gonna say Lita as
because
well.
there's not a there's
you don't
not
know
a
who Lita
lot
looks
of
like?
I know, I'm sure I do, but I just...
there's not
She
a
was
lot
like
that I remember.
she was like the gothy girl that was with like Matt.
She was with the Hardy Boys, yeah.
Oh.
Matt
she
Hardy.
like was like actually like married to Edge or something.
Lita. Oh God.
She came
Adam's
back
looking this
for
up.
like the like the women's Royal Rumble like last year or something.
Yeah, she's cute.
Recently, like there's a lot. I don't know a lot of them, but damn if I don't like Becky Lynch's like fucking gimmick where she's just like the red-haired Irish bitch who just fucking beats the shit out of everyone.
I was gonna say I don't know any new ones to say new ones, but yeah, I think it was Lita for me, and maybe second was what the fuck is her name?
She
No, I'm gonna have to look this
I
up.
forgot about Sable's handprint tip.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. That they showed for like all of like a quarter of a second or
Maybe
some
that's why I
shit.
liked her so much. Things you don't think about for like 20 years.
Oh man. But the Becky Lynch called out one of the other divas on Twitter. She's like, oh, because Becky Lynch like got hit and like her face was like fucking open and like bleeding all over the place. And she's just like, after the match, she's just like hanging out in the fucking crowd with like her fucking face bleeding all over the place. She's like, I missed one SmackDown for this. And she's like, and you missed like a month for this. And then she like, the other chick like had her fucking tits done.
well,
She like called
not
someone out.
unrelated, but I just heard about a shirt that sounds hilarious. It was a guy at like a St. Patrick's Day parade, and he was wearing a kilt and had a shirt that said, "I shaved my balls for this."
Fucking goddamn.
Anyway,
Anyway,
I didn't get to do our question of the podcast last week or not last month, but I think I told you.
You did. I forgot.
I told you, and I think I told Tom because he wasn't here for it. But it's not the fuck, marry, kill kind of question, but this is a hypothetical. I had to look at this because I saved it in my phone. And this isn't like I didn't think this up. Someone else did. Someone else asked me this at work and I lost my mind. I figured this was like a Tom question. But
so we have to comment on this, or are we just ending on your...
I mean, you can if you want.
Okay. All right. We'll see how it goes.
Every song is The Heat Is On by Glenn Frey, or every movie ever is Sister Act 2.
Because I'm thinking, boy, I really like a lot of movies, so I would really like to watch those movies. But then I'm like, I like a lot of songs too,
right?
And I'd probably like Sister Act.
But in this universe, the song is new to everyone else, but you've heard it a million times already. Same with Sister Act. You're in that hell where you have to watch Sister Act.
I'm probably gonna go with Sister Act only because I don't watch as many movies as I used to, so I could probably get away with just watching. Yeah,
you could avoid watching a movie.
I could probably avoid watching Sister Act. I can't get in my car and listen to the same song 52.
No matter what, it's on TV.
Oh, it's always
like it's always playing.
I would still probably rather. Yeah. Probably.
Yeah.
Is it on is that all that's on YouTube and stuff too?
Everything. Everything you watch is Sister Act 2.
Man, now you just fucked me up, dude.
Everything you watch is Sister Act.
Watch other
and every song is he's on.
Shit.
It's a moral pondering.
You know what? If everything is Sister Act, then I sell everything that I sell everything that I would play movies on. Like, I don't get cable, and I would just play video games and listen to music. That's all I would do. And I would probably still end up watching a lot of Sister Act 2.
What if it's Sister Act 2 : the video game?
You know what? I have an idea.
Then I'm going all in because that's the jankiest shit ever made, and I'm playing the shit out of that.
All right. So what we do is when the Mega Man game creator comes out,
make a Sister Act game
with the sprites, and we make Sister Act 2 the game. Done.
Oh my
Done.
God.
And a 1-Up Cup special.
Oh my God.
No, that was that's the question.
Oh
so.
man.
You gotta do with what you want with that.
Well, that's been the podcast for this.
Podcast,
so, oh God.
I can't believe we talked about wrestling and Tom wasn't here.
Right.
I know, right?
It's kind of weird. Oh well, fuck you, Tom.